Hello friends. Today we're going to do some barbecue pork sandwiches. This is a really quick and easy recipe. I've already cooked my meat, but I'm going to show you how I cook it later after I get the barbecue sauce going.
Who's that girl?
This girl over here is Miss Katie Jill and our new little grandson. So these are the ingredients here for the barbecue sauce, and as you notice, this isn't a ketchup-based barbecue sauce, it's a mustard-based barbecue sauce.
I usually going to do
Family really likes. There's more mustard in the... so mustard, balsamic vinegar, lemon juice, you can use fresh lemon, brown sugar, cayenne pepper, butter, and I just throw in some crushed red pepper too for some extra spice. While Katie Jo's getting the rest of the mustard, because I just ran out, I'll just start adding the ingredients. I have to look at my cheat sheet. This is my cookbook.
Did you say that was a big bucket of air? Say 1/3 of a cup.
1/3 of a cup. Yes, I'm doing 1/3 of a cup of packed brown sugar, and I'm actually I have a 1/4 cup here because I don't know what happened to my 1/3 of a cup, so I'm just making it heaping. Everything just goes straight into the pan for a little bit extra, and make it a 1/3 of a cup. Everything goes into the pan.
Here's your cup of mustard.
Is this your own concoction, Miss Kitty?
It is, yeah.
Did you use for the Worcester? I mean, about...
No. Not everybody in the family likes the ketchup-based barbecue sauces, so I had to come up with something a little bit more original.
It's delicious.
And it is delicious. Lots of this.
Definitely going to put me in there.
Balsamic vinegar, that's a 1/2 cup of balsamic vinegar.
2 teaspoons of...
2 teaspoons of butter. 2 teaspoons of butter? 2 tablespoons.
Tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of butter.
2 tablespoons.
Tablespoon of lemon juice.
And 1 teaspoon.
A teaspoon?
So this is a small, lowercase. Okay. Now lowercase.
Should have this one twisted.
Oops.
This is a Katie Jo.
No, that would be a Timothy. He wrote it. Jeez,
Don't
really does. Oh, just one more twist.
I'm not going to do an exact measurement on this. It calls for a teaspoon, so I'm just going to use the back side of my tablespoon to measure out a little bit more than a teaspoon.
What is that?
This is cayenne pepper.
Okay.
Cayenne pepper.
Here you get better.
And crushed red pepper. Couple shakes. Just to make it yummy. That is our barbecue sauce. And I'm going to put it on my burner over here and let it cook for about, on simmer, for about 30 minutes. Okay, we're back. I got the barbecue sauce in here. The butter's all melted and it's just simmering. So we're just going to leave that on the burner here. Yeah. Leave that on the burner and let it simmer for, like I said, about 30 minutes. While we're doing that, we're going to check out the meat over here. So this is our meat that we're going to be using, and that is a picnic roast. You can use a shoulder roast or a picnic roast. It doesn't matter. And the size of this roast was too big for my crock pot standard. I usually use my crock pot, but this one was too big, so I used my turkey cooker instead. And all I did was put in a Coke, a cola, this one doesn't matter, cheap stuff, cola, anything works fine, and a cheap cooking beer. It doesn't have to be one of these tall ones, it can just be a 12 ouncer, that's fine. So you pour in your beer and you pour in your cola and then you top it off with water. I don't put any spices or anything in it. And then you want to cook it nice and slow for a long time. Like I said, this was a big roast, so I cooked it for about 12 hours. And I turned it off and let it cool. So you take your meat out, and I'll pick all the meat off of this, and this juice here, just get rid of it. Throw it away. There's nothing you can do with it. It doesn't have a good flavor. It's more of what it does to the meat. It breaks down the fats and seasons the meat just a little bit, but this is not good to eat, so get rid of that. So I'm just going to turn the camera off real quick and get rid of this pan so that I can use this table to take apart my meat. Okay, so now I got some elbow room. I'll show you how easily this roast comes apart after cooking like that for so long. Here.
Do you want to read the photo?
Showing her armrest.
Yeah.
So that meat, you can see it just totally falls apart. So you just want to pull the meat off, separate the bones and the fat. And this is a huge roast, so I'm not going to put all of this meat into the barbecue sauce. I'll just package it up for single meal and then put it in the sandwiches. Yeah, it makes really good sandwiches. You can make gravy and have gravy with it. One of my favorites is get tortillas and do a verde sauce, a pork verde. That's just a green Mexican style sauce. You roll it up in the tortilla, so it's wonderful. But like I said, you don't want to use the juice, so if you're going to make gravy, you're going to have to make that from scratch. So I'll just take a few minutes and get the rest of this meat off, and then I'll jump to the next section. Okay, our barbecue sauce here is all done. You can see it's cooked down a little bit. And I wanted to say that when you're cooking the barbecue sauce, that balsamic vinegar is really, really strong. So you get it over the heat, and yeah, don't put your face over the top of the pan and take a deep breath, because you might choke yourself. But it's all cooked down now, so it's ready to go. We got our meat picked off over here, and you can see what a beautiful high quality roast I ended up with. That's how much meat I got out of that roast. And there's my fat. I like it when I get more meat than fat. Very nice. So I'm just going to put approximately 2 pounds. I'm not going to weigh it out or anything, but 2 pounds in with the barbecue sauce. Then the rest of the meat, I will, like I said, store it for another meal. You can just take that whisk out.
I notice Tim shows up. You must have smelled them.
You could smell the food. Smell the food. Oh, I just lost the fork. Hate it when I do that.
I'm sure the dogs like it.
Okay, yeah, I know they do. Okay, grab my spoon and stir that up. I'm going to feed that to the dogs. Toby, man! Come here. Toby! And you just want to get all the meat in there coated with that barbecue sauce. And you can prepare this in advance, then stick it in your crock pot and take it to potlucks, barbecues, anything like that.
And why aren't you cooking in your cookhouse, Miss Kitty?
My cookhouse, my cook shack.
Yeah, the gypsy one.
I had a little issue with the propane line in there. We leaked off 2 full tanks of propane. The first one, we just thought we ended up using it fast, but got up in the morning, went to make coffee, and no propane, so
what are you going to do about that, Miss Kitty?
What am I going to do about that? Okay, that looks pretty good. I've got all the meat shredded and coated. There's a couple pieces.
I do. Mom said so.
Yeah.
Father's Day, I said no.
It's not Father's Day yet.
Oh, it starts.
Okay, so there's our meat. And we serve it. Back on that. You want to toast your buns, and you can toast them on the barbecue, or you can toast them in the oven, you can toast them in the toaster. It doesn't matter how you toast them, just toast them. It just makes a big difference. A toasted bun, fresh onion, and kind of play with it, see what kind of flavors you like, but almost everybody around here likes lots of onions. So
Even Tim.
Even Timothy. Timothy loves onions. As long as I don't tell him it's in there. Take your pork, pile it on, and I guarantee that nobody else at the barbecue will be bringing that. You gonna eat that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there's your dinner. That's it. Pulled pork sandwiches. Hoping so.
I put ketchup on mine. Tell them that. People like ketchup.
No, man.
Yeah, Miss Cajo likes to put ketchup on hers, so forget that.
Tim, shut up just in time for dinner. And here's that cradle. Miss Kitty's making the bumper and stuff for it. So I gotta add a little more fanciness to it. And on the cookhouse is coming along over there. We'll have to do an update on it. I've been doing a lot of cleaning, going through a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna eat me some pork sandwiches. Y'all have a good night.